Okay, so today I have some problems here. So we're gonna start off with the grade average. So here we have to create essentially a grade average application, in which we'll give five grades, and then we'll get an average back. Important pieces of information to note is that we need to use real division. So we're not supposed to be using like integer division or anything like that, which are different types of division in Python, right? You have regular division, or it's called float division. You have integer division, and then you have the mod division. With real division, you're going to use the proper one of just having a real number which can encompass decimals. So we have to use a float division because the integer division will not take into account decimals, right? It will only give you the quotient, which will always be a whole number. But anyways, now that we know that distinction, let's get right into the code. So here's the code. We're going to start off with our title block. This is just something my teacher makes me do, so he knows whose program it is and stuff like that. He'll fail you if you don't have this, so it's very, very important that you have it. But now let's go ahead and add those five grades. So I'm going to just create very descriptive names. All right, this is very important, especially in computer science classes. You get your communication marks off of this. So if you write something like F, like F equals to, and then you get into, your whatever you need to write, you'll lose like 20% of your marks. So that's not very good. So you want to make sure that you have some highly descriptive words. So now I'm just gonna do this, and then I will explain what I'm doing. So here what I'm doing is basically I'm taking an input, and an input by default is going to be in string value, right? And so we're giving it first number, and then we're returning it into a integer. So we're just changing it into an integer, all right? And the reason why it needs to be an integer is because over here it says that the grade values are integer values, not string values. So let's do the same thing again for second underscore grade. In this case, it's going to be enter second number. Then third underscore grade, same thing, enter third number. And here I actually forgot to add the R, so let's fix that. Okay, fourth underscore grade, so same thing again, just this is going to be the fourth number. Or actually I should say grade to be more specific. I'll change that to reflect it more better. Let me do fifth grade now with input and enter fifth grade. There we go. So now I'm just going to change this from number to actual grades. Perfect. Okay. Now what it's asking is to use the real division. I told you already the distinction. So integer division, something we will not be using, is just 2 slashes. But what we will be using is real division, right? Which I explained at the beginning. So rewind if you kind of missed it. But what we're going to be using, or the float division, is just a 1 slash. So that's what we're going to be using. Before we do that though, to calculate an average, right, we obviously need to take the numbers and add them together. So I'm going to call this sum underscore grades, and that's just going to be the sum of all these together. So it's first underscore grade plus second underscore grade plus third underscore grade plus fourth underscore grade and plus fifth underscore grade. Oops. Underscore grade. And then now that we have the sums, we can go ahead and add, get the average, which is going to be underscore grade, and that's going to just be the sum of the grades divided 1 slash, not 2, this is wrong, just 1 slash, and 5, and then we can just go ahead and print the average underscore grade. Let's go ahead and save this, and now we can go ahead and run this module. So you can see here the difference between the two. So in this case, I was using a double slash like this. And if I run this module again, and let me just copy this input over here and bring it here. Oh, okay, never mind. I'm gonna because it's giving me the first grade too. Let me do this again. Sorry. Oh, hold on. I'm just gonna restart the shell. There we go. Okay, so 95, 100, 98, 93, 91. And as you can see here, we're getting the 95, and that's because we're taking the quotient and not the whole value, but we need the whole value because that's what the problem is asking for. So it's 98, 93 again, and 91. As you can see here, we're getting the 95.4 percent. All right. Okay, so that is it from this. Let me add this to my GitHub. Right. I'll add it to my Computer Science 11 course. Just gonna create a new file for now, or actually I'm gonna put an input and out. Sorry, add file, and this is going to be grade average. Oops, average.py. Add this, and let's commit those changes. Okay, perfect. Now, as you can see, everything is there. All right. So now I'm going to try the next problem, which is going to be a temp converter.